My fiancé has gained a lot of weight and I don't want to marry her. Edit. I've decided that I'm just going to tell her that the spark has gone. I won't bring up her weight gain nor will I bring up her horrible attitude. I'm going to take a day off work next week and pack everything I have and take it to my sister's place where I'll be staying till I sort myself out. My fiancé will be at work during this. I'll meet her in a public cafe and end things there. I'll pay her the total amount left on the lease 1 month, and walk away. I'll firmly tell her that I'd appreciate it if she didn't contact me. My fiancé and I have been engaged for 9 months. When we first started dating, we both had similar hobbies and a lot of them were active, outdoorsy, type, hiking, running, weight training, dirt bikes. I'm not bragging but we both have had great bodies. We prepared our meals and loved cooking nutritious meals together, high protein, good fats etc. We were two active little energizer batteries and we began to fall for one another till I proposed 15 months later. Here's the thing, after we got engaged, she became a lot less active and less selective with her diet. She began to pack on pounds after pounds after pounds. I even tried to encourage her to cook a healthy meal with me and share it like we once used to, but she'd just say that she wasn't interested anymore. Things have just gotten worse. I eventually started losing physical attraction and stopped having sex with her. I just feel repulsed, as mean as that might sound. She's put on around 80+ pounds and I don't even know who she is anymore. She's become mean, moody, angry and just not who she was when I was in love with her. She would even scream at me and break stuff after I'd politely reject her sexual advances. We're supposed to get married next year and I just don't want to anymore. I love her parents and can't help but think they would be devastated, but I don't know. I can't help but think I'll be fucking myself over if I went through with marrying her. I've spoken to my sister, whom I'm very close with, and she said something that just stuck with me. After telling her everything, the first thing my sister said was, "Life is way too short to agree to spend it with a person who you are no longer attracted to. Do yourself a favor and end it since that's what you already want." I agree with my sister. I don't want to marry her and I certainly don't want to walk around eggshells addressing the issue of my fiancé's weight gain. How can I go about doing this in the best way? We currently live together, rent, and have 1 month left. I don't mind paying full for that remainder month, packing up and just leaving. I just need advice on how I should break this to her and her family. Thanks. Do you question why the change in her? Seems like something triggered the change in diet and lifestyle that led to the weight gain. Have you talked to her? An 80-pound weight gain is significant. Is she depressed? I would be honest and tell her, you fell in love with someone who enjoyed an active and healthy lifestyle and you had expected your life together to continue to be active and healthy. See what she says and go from there. It is okay to not want to marry someone who has completely changed. She's become mean, moody, angry and just not who she was when I was in love with her. She would even scream at me and break stuff after I'd politely reject her sexual advances. It's not just about her weight. You're not happy and you don't have to marry someone you loved who no longer exists. 80+ pounds is not a small weight gain, especially in under a year. Significant weight gain and a lack of interest in her previously healthy lifestyle can be indicative of a physical or mental health issue. Unless she's prepared to address the significant lifestyle change that makes her less compatible with you, don't marry her. Your sister is right. When you talk to fiancé, you don't have to focus on the weight gain. Just talk about how you don't feel the same way you used to. Don't feel connected. She's a wonderful person but you two just aren't meant to be together. It's no one's fault, it just happened, etc. Be honest. Period. The virus is getting to everyone. If you want to leave then leave, but I personally have sympathy for her as it's a boat a lot of people are in. There is no magic way to break bad news. She won't like it but she should suspect something because you are unhappy. Just be honest, calm and polite. I feel like the weight thing isn't the biggest issue here. TBH all that other stuff about her being moody and breaking shit when you reject her sexual advances is a sign you should break the fuck up with her. Coming from someone who has gained a lot of weight, changed from a retail job to office work, tried to quit smoking, and then COVID hit, I would totally get it. This is over like 6 years but still. However, aside from that, I am not a mean raging bitch to my husband and break shit when he makes me mad. Seriously, that's the start of what could be an abusive relationship. Get out of there. She won't be happy no matter what you tell her. Be honest and tell her that you don't like who she became, maybe she will change something. Try to not address her weight, but her health. That she used to be a happy, healthy person, and now she is not doing herself a favor by neglecting herself. Tell her that the magic is gone and stuff like that. If she has been screaming at you and breaking things, be very careful. Have your important items packed and a place to stay. Tell her that it's over and then leave. She knows that she's gained weight. She knows that she's changed. She may have been hiding her true self until you proposed. She also might be depressed. However, there is nothing you can do about it if she refuses to acknowledge it and work to change. There's no need to bring it up the specifics. Be honest. There is definitely something else going on here. You guys enjoyed the same active lifestyle and dietary choices. Once you guys were engaged, she stopped liking the same things you once enjoyed together. She is a different person than who you fell for. I see from your comments that you've tried to talk to her about it. You've expressed your concern for your relationship with her, and for her health. If she's unwilling to talk to you about what's going on with her since the proposal, you can't be unhappy for the rest of your life to stay with her. An 80-pound weight gain in 9 months plus major changes in her personality and interests likely indicate a mental health issue, or physical health issue that's also affecting her mental health to me. You're absolutely in your rights to break up with her. You shouldn't marry someone you aren't attracted to and don't enjoy spending time with, but you may want to consider suggesting therapy or couples therapy as a first step, if you feel like there could still be a future together. She knows what's up. Either she doesn't want to get married and she's sabotaging, or she thinks she's got you and she's sliding. Either way, she doesn't care how you're feeling. She's literally stopped giving a damn. End it nicely. She can say she'll change, you know what she's capable of. It looks like she's lost touch with who she is. It's sad because that is not the woman you fell in love with. I would tell her that. I know we are supposed to love and change with people, but if they change into someone that isn't compatible with us, then that's okay too. There's billions of people on this planet. I would also just be honest with her. I know that's hard, but if you really love her and want to give the relationship a chance, then you need to check in with her and see if she is really happy with who she is and how she has changed since you first met. I don't think you should feel bad or shallow. Is not just the weight. You fell in love with a lifestyle that was similar to yours, and that's what you agreed to marry to. But now that lifestyle you agreed to have for the rest of your life is gone. Is not just about the weight. I do believe she must be depressed or something happened, but either way, tell her the truth. You didn't sign up for this, and if she is depressed or have some kind of a problem, you will support her while she goes to therapy and work her way back to what it was, or you are out. Is hard to say, but sometimes people need some tough love to get it. As someone who has put on quite a bit of weight, yes, it will hurt when you tell her the truth, but you do need to tell her the truth, if only so she knows that what you had is dead and gone. It's not just the weight gain, as you've said. If it were just weight, you're right, that can be changed. Do not leave loose ends. Don't let her think that if she changes A and B, there's a chance. I'd leave her. She is showing her true colors. She got a ring on her finger and did a 180, and I doubt it will get much better. You hear this story a lot about how women change after marriage. She just happened to change after the engagement. If you want more advice, go to a men's subreddit and ask how they handled a situation like this. You could also try posting in our dead bedrooms. I have seen some posts around not being attracted due to weight gain. Either help her improve herself or leave because she isn't willing to improve herself. Don't be the downfall because of her. Have you talked about the change in behavior? Rather than say you're too fat, say that you loved doing the active things you did together, and without those things you're not happy spending time with her. Find out why the change. I would guess it has to do with the lockdown and depression, as it seems to correspond timing-wise. She probably needs therapy and understanding. What I would do in your situation is, sit down and talk to her. Ask her if she is okay because you have noticed a change in her habits in every aspect of life. Tell her how you feel. She is no longer the woman you fell in love with. Feel out the situation in regards to if she needs help, a therapist, a personal trainer. Whatever it may be, unless these unhealthy habits are just the path she is happy with pursuing. If so, you need to just be honestly and say that maybe time has changed you as people and everything happens for a reason. You want her to be happy as well as yourself. And a divorce would be the only option so you can grow as people happily. Tell her for your new goal or resolution you want to be the best version of yourself and healthier and look better. Then say you need motivation or want a partner to help you through it, hold you accountable. Say you want a gym buddy, get a personal training package, start eating healthy etc. but she will aslo be doing it with you since you need a partner. Maybe say you want to look extra good for a vaca for you too. If you act like you want to do these things, she will get the idea that she should do it too. Also she can go to the doc and ask for phentermine for weight loss. It is not like you met her with that weight and lifestyle and know what you are dealing with, and that is coming from an overweight girl. You fell for a totally different woman and it is okay to have your own sexual preferences. Even if others cannot understand. If you feel that way you should leave her, because you both deserve someone who loves you and who is loved by you how you are. I am just wondering that your fiancé changed so drastically. There might be a psychological or medical reason behind it. Maybe she should see a doctor. It's absolutely always better to walk away before vowing, in sickness and in health, and not being able to hold that. I wish you both the best of luck and much happiness moving forward. I think the best way to break up with her is to tell her the truth. At first, when I saw the title of your post I was outraged, but after I read everything, I understood. So you must tell her how you feel, but you should also ask her how she feels and if she knows why she changed. A change like this is extremely unsettling and could be the result of severe depression. A complete lifestyle change like this is not normal. Suggest therapy. This is a woman you were planning on spending the rest of your life with, the least you can do is suggest that she get help. I had a friend that went through a drastic change in her weight and behavior. Very similar to what you described. She committed suicide recently. This is a big fat warning sign. Can we exchange my lost a lots of weight 95? I know you've written an edit, but this doesn't seem like only a weight gain problem. 80 pounds in 9 months and a horrible attitude out of nowhere sounds so weird. Maybe it's best to see what's going on. Maybe she's depressed. To me it sounds like she is one of those, I will do X to get a husband but once taken, why would I care? If that's the case and she simply does not care anymore, excluding depression etc., it is time to leave. Your plan to leave sounds like a solid one. Good luck. If you marry her she's not going to change anything. Major issues have to get addressed long before you say I do or it's doomed for the start. Since things have gone on this long, if you bring up postponing or calling off the wedding, she probably won't take it well. You have to decide if you want to suck it up and marry her as things are or address the issue and prepare yourself for likely breakup. Good luck. She seems possibly depressed. If you wanted to get married to her to begin with, why not ask to go to couples counseling? See if the things that have changed can be fixed, reversed. And then if they can't, at least you know you tried. Being in a relationship is hard work, and it seems like you haven't put any effort in communicating with her. She might have gained weight and become mean, but you never spoke up about it. That's on you. If a problem like his happens with a later partner, maybe a future wife, are you just going to divorce them instead of sitting down and seeing how you can actually fix the relationship? Maybe it's not possible, but again, at this point, you haven't even tried. From your comments, it sounds like your mind is totally made up. But to be honest, if you aren't communicating enough to address these problems over nearly a year, or at minimum trying to honestly communicate them before ending things, you are not ready for marriage. Of course she dealt her own cards too, she has her own stake in why this didn't work out. Good luck to you both. I was gonna tell you you suck because you only focused on her weight. But her personality also changed. Just tell her that since she started changing her lifestyle, food habits, working out, etc., her personality also changed and you are not comfortable anymore with the turn the relationship took. Today it's breaking stuff, tomorrow it might be physical harm towards you. Dude, there is no good way. Here is how I did it. The thing is to pack for a trip, but as you pack let your demeanor tell her the truth, and as you leave let her know that you will be staying away to figure out how you feel. Stay away a few days, answer all texts with short semi-formal replies. The sudden change is where you get the big torrents of emotion. Layering, the breakup allows denial to keep the floodgates from opening too suddenly. After a few days come back and say the words, she will know they are coming and in a small way appreciate that you actually showed up to say them. Don't get married. You never loved her. Also, you kinda suck. I experienced this exact thing years ago. My girlfriend at the time was racking on weight and refused to admit that she had a problem and would cry anytime I brought it up, so I eventually ended it. Now I'm married to someone much better. Breaking up with my ex was hard but one of the best decisions I've ever made. I highly recommend that you either break up with her in a public place or with a witness. You could sign a lease with another apartment, then move out while she's away and make a clean break. Also, do not tell her you're breaking up because she gained weight. She already knows her weight gain is bothering you and you take nothing to gain from telling her. Please post an update when you have one. When one partner in a relationship decides it's over, it's over. Since you have decided, telling her sooner is better. Until you do, you are misleading her into believing your relationship is ongoing and has a future. Your first responsibility is to yourself. You are grieving the loss of your relationship. Take care of yourself. Sounds like underlying depression. That type of weight gain isn't just someone arbitrarily deciding they want that. Also not mentioned as we are in the middle of a pandemic. How has that affected her and you? Better to break up now than to try and end it after you get married. I would be honest about why you want to finish, including the weight gain, but don't make that the main focus reason. Wait, wouldn't this been at the beginning of lockdown for COVID? Here's the thing, after we got engaged, she became a lot less active and less selective with her diet. She began to pack on pounds after pounds after pounds. I even tried to encourage her to cook a healthy meal with me and share it like we once used to, but she'd just say that she wasn't interested anymore. $1,000 that this is due to the pandemic that also started 9 months ago, not your engagement. Tons of people have changed in the same way. These are extraordinary times that truly bring out the worst in us. Try talking to her about it with an empathetic ear first. Weight gain and sudden personality change can often be symptoms of a medical issue. I would go to the doctor with her or advise her to, could be hormonal. That's not a casual weight gain. That sounds like something to be worried about. 80 pounds in 9 months. That's 2 to 3 pounds a week. Between that and the mood swings, it may be PCOS. As a woman who lives with it, it's annoying as hell. Hormones all out of whack. Does she have coarse hair that's appeared on her body, like face, chin, neck, breast, stomach? Acne bad. Or it could be an onset of a mental disorder. Bipolar, on a depressive swing that lasts for months at a time. It could be that, and when she's manic she's active and like the Energizer Bunny. If you want out, that's your right. But I would encourage talking kindly with her, in case it is something medical. She may be able to get it check-rode out with enough gentle encouraging. You should have a discussion. But let her know ahead of time what it is about. Tell her to write down a list. Then have the conversation and say all the great stuff you loved about her but that her weight gain has worried you and you no longer find her attractive. Then ask her why this happened. And tell her that she needs to go back to her old self or you're breaking it off with her. Leave a note explaining all of your feelings in the mayonnaise jar. My fiancé and I have been engaged for 9 months. Here's the thing, after we got engaged, she became a lot less active and less selective with her diet. Hey, do you think this might have more to do with a global pandemic where people are depressed and can't leave their homes, engaged with their hobbies, or see family? I know not everyone has put on 80+ pounds since the world went to shit, but to not consider it a massive factor is insane. Of course you need to talk to her and let her know your feelings changed. I know I wouldn't want to stay with someone who no longer wanted me. 80 pounds in 9 months. I have a very difficult time believing that. She'd have to eat more than 1,000 calories over her TDEE and become a couch potato every single day. If that's truly what happened, medical intervention is necessary because to go from fit and active to a binge-eating couch potato gaining 80 pounds in 9 months is not normal. Mental illness, thyroid, PCOS, birth control, who knows? But that much weight gain in that short of a time is very rare. You are seeking connection on a particular vibration that she isn't on anymore. Neither needs to be at fault about this, but it is worth exploring. Also, I question the value of marriage itself for you too. Sometimes the prospect of marriage carries a lot of unconscious baggage. This may be part of what's happening between you. Something else is definitely going on there. Sudden weight gain and personality change after engagement. Could she have a deep fear of rejection? Getting engaged ups the ante in that regard. Or some history of trauma offset my further deepening of closeness and intimacy. Maybe this is a test. Just thoughts. It sounds like you are both struggling. The question is whether you want to work through this together, or alone. You would definitely need help. But time and space can be helpful, too. I'm sorry about this.